Alicia West is on an early morning run when she is unceremoniously stopped by two police officers on patrol. They question what she, a black woman, is doing in a white neighborhood. As one officer inhumanly searches, the other discovers she is a cop and lives in the neighborhood. They let her go with a flimsy excuse that they were looking for someone who matched her description. Alicia then passes by a cemetery where she leaves fresh flowers at her mother's headstone. At the New Orleans Police Department, Alicia is getting ready for her shift with her partner, Officer Kevin Jennings. As they drive through what appears to be an abandoned neighborhood, Jennings explains to West that it has gotten so dangerous that the police do not respond to calls from there anymore. Alicia, however, remembers Kingston Manor as a peaceful neighborhood where many good families lived. They stop by a market, and Kevin enters to get coffee while Alicia waits in the car. Inside the store, he sees on the news that the New Orleans DA and Internal Affairs are building a case against corrupt cops, which spooks him. Outside, Alicia tries to chat with a young boy named Jamal. Almost immediately, his mother, Missy, confronts her for talking to her son. Milo, who happens to work at the store, confronts Missy for not taking her son to school, but Missy is busy challenging Alicia for talking to Jamal. Ox, one of Missy's handymen, emerges from the store and outright disrespects Alicia before walking away. Alicia tries to get through Missy as she knows her from childhood, but Missy denies knowing her. Missy then leaves with her son and security detail in a fleet of expensive SUVs. Jennings tells her that Missy was rolling with Kingston's crew and she should be careful because it's a dangerous gang. Alicia goes into the store and talks to Milo, who she also knows from childhood. Milo is Missy's cousin, and he seems displeased with the life Missy has chosen. He is, however, cold towards Alicia. Jennings picks a few items without paying because he is a cop, but Alicia leaves a tip to cover the bill. At the end of their shift, they both upload their body cam footage, while Jennings tells Alicia about his plans for the evening with his wife. As they get ready to leave, the sergeant informs Jennings that he has to pull a double shift. Cognizant of how excited he is about his date night, Alicia decides to cover for him. The sergeant informs her that she will be riding with Officer Deacon Brown. Deacon Brown is having a light moment with some colleagues from narcotics and is disgruntled upon realizing that he will be riding with a rookie. Their first call from dispatch is about a bar fight. West is so preoccupied with trying to de-escalate the situation that she overlooks one of the perpetrators is about to attack her. Brown arrests the man and roughs him up while searching him, which prompts West to order him to stop. To her surprise, the man had a concealed weapon, and Deacon had just saved her life. Thereafter, they sit at a diner, and West apologizes for not trusting him. Deacon tells her that she is a cop now, and she needs to stop looking at the black community as her people and just do the job. He then receives a call about a job on his cell, which is uncanny. They arrive at an abandoned power plant, where Deacon orders Alicia to stay in the car as he meets CI. As she waits, she witnesses someone about to steal a car. She walks out and turns her body cam on. While she confronts him, she hears gunshots from a distance and goes inside the power plant to check it out. She walks in on Deacon with two agents from narcotics, Terry Malone and Smitty. Suddenly, Malone executes Zero, and West has it all on camera. Deacon sees the now terrified West and confronts her for not staying in the car. Before Malone can calm her down, Smitty freaks out and shoots her. She falls to a lower floor, and Malone orders Smitty to get the body cam. He then runs Deacon through a plan to frame a drug gang for the murder of West. Fortunately, West is wearing a vest, and though she is injured, she is able to escape. Smitty informs Malone that Alicia is gone, and it is now a rush against time to get to her. She tries asking for help from dispatch, but Malone intercepts. Aware that no help is coming, she has to look out for herself. She tries to get into their patrol car, but Smitty shoots at her and she has to run. With Smitty chasing her on foot, Malone and Deacon use their vehicles. Alicia knocks on a few doors to ask for help, but the community is not particularly fond of cops. That notwithstanding, she manages to lose them. The three officers have to come up with a new plan. Malone orders them to call for backup using a private channel so that other corrupt cops can help widen the search without involving official channels. The goal is to retrieve the body cam. Alicia hears all that while hiding under a porch. Alicia spots another patrol car and immediately asks for her. Before long, she realizes that the two patrol officers are also in bed with Malone, and she must run for it. Milo is working in the store when he hears a noise in the back. He presses a panic button and with a baseball bat goes to check it out. He finds Alicia entering from the back door, wounded. He is unwilling to get involved and asks her to leave the store. He suggests that she should ask for help from the police, but she informs him the police are after her. The police are alerted about a possible break-in in Milo's store. Smitty suggests they keep it within their circle, thus ordering his two buddies to check it out. Alicia uses Milo's phone to ask for help from Kevin, who promises to come get her. The two officers arrive at Milo's store, and despite Milo trying to explain that he was the one who called the cops, he gets harassed and treated like a criminal. Alicia hides, and the police check out Milo's details. After the police leave, Alicia glues her wound to stop the bleeding, which she says she learned from the army. Milo convinces her just to give the body cam to the police since they are on the same team. But she says murder is murder, and they must be brought to book. Before she leaves, Milo gives him a sweatshirt to conceal her uniform. Alicia meets Kevin and she replays the whole incident to him. Kevin defends Malone and Smitty, which lets Alicia know he is also in on it because she never mentions which cops are after her. At this realization, she grabs his gun and forces him to pull over. At gunpoint, she asks him about Malone's operation, and Kevin sings. As a DEA agent, Malone gets hold of lots of drug seizures. He puts half into evidence and puts the rest back on the streets. Zero was one of Malone's sellers. With internal affairs in the DA's office closing in on rogue cops, Malone had to kill Zero to silence him. The other two patrol cops catch up with them, forcing West to shove their car off the road forcefully. She then cuffs Kevin to the steering wheel and continues to run on foot. Milo is getting into his apartment when Alicia suddenly emerges by his door. She tries to tell him she has nowhere to go when Jamal interrupts them. Jamal recognizes Alicia from the marketing counter, but Milo scolds him. Inside Milo's apartment, she explains to him that Kevin couldn't help either. Milo informs her that maybe it's time to pick a side too, but she stands her ground, affirming that Zero didn't have to be executed. Milo is aghast at learning that Zero is among the people murdered. Captain Regina Hackett meets Malone at the abandoned power plant. Malone tells her that there was a turf war between two drug gangs, and West panicked and shot Zero. Zero was Darius Turo's nephew, the Kingston crew's leader. Malone tells the captain not to worry, he will run point in the case. Captain Regina agrees and hands him West's file. At that moment, the mighty Darius arrives at the scene. Malone allows him to view Zero's body, then shortly after informs him confidentially that it was a cop who shot his nephew. Consequently, Darius orders Ox to make plans to kill West. Word spreads quickly, with Jamal even receiving the message that Alicia is wanted. Malone realizes Alicia is highly skilled, and he has no leverage on her. He grills Jennings on any details he might have about her that might help them find her. Kevin says that Alicia appeared to know Milo, and they decide to start their search there. Meanwhile, Milo informs Alicia that the police have always treated the black community unjustly, and it will only change if everyone stands firm for the truth. Alicia then tries to get some rest. Malone and Smitty go to the store where Milo works. After watching video footage of Milo helping Alicia, they get his address, which they then give to Darius. Ox and Missy then head out, followed by Darius, to go find Alicia. Jamal walks in on Alicia sleeping and points a gun at her. Milo intervenes, but Jamal says Alicia killed Zero, showing them the photo from Darius. Aware that they are exposed, they have to act fast and run. Malone is closing in, and Kingstone crew is also getting ready to attack. Milo and Alicia manage to escape in time before Malone gets them, but they don't make it so far. Outside, the Kingston crew arrives and starts shooting at them. A shootout ensues, and although they manage to eliminate all assailants, Milo gets shot in the leg. Aware that he might only slow her down, he gives her directions to a church, where he promises to meet her later. As soon as he walks down the alley, he gets abducted by the Kingstone crew. Alicia is infuriated, but there is nothing she can do about it at that moment. Malone is disappointed to find that Alicia took out members of the Kingstone crew and is in the wind again. At the Kingstone Manor, Milo is being tortured and questioned by Darius about Alicia's whereabouts. He tells him that Alicia did not kill Zero, but Darius is having none of it. Missy begs Milo to stop protecting her since she is not one of them, but Milo says she is different. Alicia finds a spot to stash the body cam and then remembers Kevin telling her that the only way the police can go to Kingston Manor is if a police officer is in trouble. She boldly walks into the manor, hoping to catch both the police's and Darius' attention. She is grabbed off the streets and taken to Darius for questioning. At gunpoint, she declares that Malone killed Zero, and she is being framed because she has it on video. Darius wants the body cam, but Alicia demands to see Milo first. At the precinct, everyone is gearing up to rescue Alicia on the captain's orders. Brown informs Malone of this development, and they have to get to her before she either speaks to Darius or uploads the video to the precinct. Missy confronts Alicia because she believes that she killed Zero. Alicia, however, asks her why she is hanging out with drug dealers. Yet she has a son. Missy tells her she lost the right to judge her when she gave up on their friendship and left her to join the army. As Darius is having the video footage checked, police officers are strategizing how to get Alicia out safely. Malone orders his buddies to retrieve the camera and ensure Alicia doesn't get out alive. Jennings is uncomfortable with the idea of killing her, but Smitty tells him it will happen whether he likes it or not. Darius finally watches the video and he sets Milo and Alicia free. The police have now broken into the premises and the crew has to fight back. Alicia shoots her way out as she finds an escape, with Malone shooting at everyone. Darius is now agitated and shoots at Malone with rage. However, after a fierce face-off, Malone executes Darius and the search for West continues. Smitty affirms the proverbial no honor among thieves by tricking and killing Deacon. Alicia is about to surrender to another cop when Smitty kills him. Alicia and Milo are forced to come to blows with him, and after a challenging encounter, she overpowers him and kills him. They both continue running and finally get a few minutes to devise another plan. Milo notes that it will be impossible for Alicia to get to the precinct with the body cam, so the next best option is to have Milo take it there himself. They both agree, and she hands the camera to him. Disguised as a police officer, Milo gets through the crowd. Jennings sees him, but he lets him be. He then uses Malone's car to head to the precinct. While Malone continues to chase West, Milo gains entry to the precinct. He successfully uploads the body cam contents to the system and now has to wait for the process to be completed. Alicia attacks Malone with a pole and an exchange of brawls ensues. She then pushes him off the balcony and they both fall into a car where members of the public assemble to watch the encounter. Alicia uses a metal rod to hit him several times, but he conquers when he kicks her in her stomach wound. He is reaching for his gun when Missy walks over to him and picks the gun, saving Alicia. Alicia takes over the gun from her and is about to arrest Malone when the SWAT team orders him to lower her weapon. Malone pretentiously gains control of the situation, and as he arrests Alicia, he gives her a last chance to surrender the body cam. The upload is almost complete at the precinct when one of the rogue cops walks into Milo. He pushes Milo against the wall, but it's too late. The upload has already been completed. Captain Hackett sees the footage and calls off Alicia's apprehension. On hearing this, Malone is about to execute her when Kevin promptly incapacitates him. Tables also turn at the precinct, and Milo has halted the cops' harassment. With Malone arrested, Alicia reunites with Missy. A few months later, a news report announces that Malone has been charged with 3 counts of murder. The movie ends with Alicia visiting her mother's grave, and Milo thanks her for saving him from himself.